go before a judge. Tony White expected in court. He was captured up in Kentucky following a massive manhunt earlier this month. He's charged with rape, sodomy, burglary, and kidnapping. Police say White's DNA connected him to 2 other rape victims. No charges announced in those cases.
And some transportation trouble in central Alabama. Some cities say that trains blocking the roads are holding up essential travel, and this morning they're asking you to report it. Back in May, we covered a stopped train in Bessemer, and we've also seen this a lot of times in Birmingham. Just yesterday, Chelsea Fire and Rescue reported a broken down train stalled out in that city. According to the U.S. Senate Committee on Commerce, Science, and Transportation, nearly 1,800 blocked railroad crossings were reported in 2020. Now, several cities and counties are now encouraging anyone who's impacted by a stopped train to report it to the blocked crossing portal, and that website is right there on your screen. Our time right now is 5:04, and this morning U.S. health officials are considering whether to declare monkeypox a public health emergency.
This comes as the World Health Organization declared it a global health emergency over the weekend. That's the WHO's highest level of alert. According to the CDC, there are at least 4 cases in the state of Alabama. Nationwide, more than 2,800 confirmed cases.
And Alabama's COVID-19 positivity rate is holding steady at just about 30%. In the last 7 days, the Alabama Department of Public Health has reported more than 11,000 total positive tests. And of course, throughout the pandemic, a lot of companies have really suffered due to worker shortages, especially restaurants.
Yeah, you can imagine. That makes the 13th annual Birmingham Restaurant Week even more special. They need our support right now. Patsy Douglas, WVTM 13, spoke with some of the organizers of the event, has more on what you should know. Good morning to you, Patsy.
Well, Carla and Rick, of course, a lot of businesses trying to pick up right now, especially dealing with this inflation. 40 restaurants, bars, and also food trucks will be participating in this annual week. Now, we'll tell you guys that I did speak with Birmingham Restaurant Week organizer Audrey Pannell. She says staffing shortages have really hurt a lot of businesses in our area, many of them needing help like never before.
When you take into consideration COVID, all that they went through with that, they were really struggling to, survive. And so getting through that was a big deal, especially, but then, after that, going through a staffing shortage and now inflation, and some of the ingredients are hard to find or they're very expensive.
Definitely a lot to deal with, and for the 10-day event, people will be able to indulge in 2, 3, or even 4 course meals at prices that range from $5 to even $50. Those proceeds will feed directly back into the Birmingham community through a donation called Feed BM. And of course, the restaurant week ends this Saturday, July 30th. Go out, get some lunch, have dinner with your family or friends, and support local. Reporting in Birmingham, Patsy Douglas, WVTM 13.
Patsy, that shrimp looks great. Well, we are keeping up with several national and international stories for you this morning.
Yeah, 2 Americans that were recently killed in Ukraine have been identified. Luke Lusishin and Brian Young were fighting Russian troops when they were killed. The U.S. State Department confirms that the 2 were fighting in the Donbas region.
Well, out in California, the Oak Fire is really gaining momentum. It has burned close to 15,000 acres. More than 3,000 people have been forced to evacuate their homes. It's estimated that the intense blaze is 0% contained.
And at Disney World, the name of fairy godmothers in training is changing to become gender neutral. The job title will be Fairy Godmothers Apprentices to allow male cast members to perform the job. The apprentices work at the Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique locations, and they also provide park goers with hairstyles, makeup, and costumes. And back here at home, a Central Alabama woman making her mark in the business world.
Selena Rogers Dickerson started her own engineering firm in Birmingham. That was back in 2010. Since then, the company has really grown, taking on major projects. Ms. Dickerson's impact recently grew in the national scale. In the national spotlight, as she was appointed to the National Women's Business Council. In that role, she's helping advance opportunities for women by speaking with government officials.
I'm just a part of taking the voices of every other woman who I convene with and making sure that we're represented.
Dickerson also serves on the Mayor's Small Business Council and the Vulcan Parking Museum Board right here at home. So very busy woman. As Carla mentioned, maybe we can all get some tips from her, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I love to pick the brain of successful people.
Yes.
That's why we like to pick your brains.
Yes.
Because you are very successful.
Yes. I'm right here with you guys, aren't I? 75 degrees, the current temperature in Tuscaloosa right now. We've got clear sky, mostly clear skies. There's a few clouds around. 77 Birmingham, 73 Gadsden, 73 in Anniston to start the day, 75 in Coleman, 73 Haleyville. So no surprise there with those temperatures to start off bright and early on this Monday morning. No rain showing up on our 3-minute advantage. Things are quiet. 5:08 is the time. Here's a look at where we're headed though for today. 85 at midday, 90 at 1 o'clock, some low 90s at 2, close to 90 at 5, and then dropping into the low and mid 80s around 7 o'clock early this evening. About a 40% chance to see a few showers or thunderstorms where you are today. Sarah?
All right, Steph, taking a look at your roads. 5:09 on your Monday morning. We do have one crash here in Trussville that has shut down part of Main Street. Highway 11 right here, all lanes closed from Kate Avenue down to Highland Drive. And I did talk to Trussville Police. They say they are working to clear up this accident right now. They do have officers out there that are directing people around this. But again, all lanes closed right here. This is the Main Street section of Highway 11 in Trussville, so keep an eye out for that. Elsewhere here in the Birmingham metro area, things pretty good. One area to point out to you right here, this is I-2059. Between Bessemer, Hueytown, we've got some construction that's going on. It has shut down a lane of traffic from the westbound side. This is from exit 115 down to exit 113 right here, so keep an eye out for that. This should wrap up within the next hour, though, so we'll continue to keep you updated. Hopefully it won't cause any delays heading into your rush hour. Carla?
All right, thanks, Sarah. Alarming data. The CDC reporting how the pandemic has worsened the state of addiction.
Arts from the Hearts fundraiser, one organization's mission to bring equal opportunities to people of all abilities. We'll check in on that in just a bit. It is 5:10 on the dot, so time for you to get up and at it. We'll be right back.
And welcome back on this Monday, July 25th. There is the view from Gadsden, and we had a few showers, thunderstorms over the weekend, and some places. I guess not everybody saw the rain, but in the places that did, it cooled up just a little bit temporarily. We're waking up to 73 degrees right now at 5:13. And it is a busy day here in central Alabama.
Sure is. Sarah's back with us, sharing some important events happening today. Sarah?
Hey, Rick and Carla, well, happening today, the man indicted in the shooting of a pregnant woman that led to the fetus's death is in court. Avery Turner goes before a judge. She's indicted on a capital murder charge in connection to that 2018 shooting death. Birmingham police say that the woman was shot in the abdomen and then taken to the hospital, where an autopsy showed that the baby died from the gunshot wounds. Also today, Life South is opening a new blood donation center in Leeds. You're invited to stop by for the grand opening today from 10 until 11. The facility is located on Asheville Road, and all donors will be entered into a drawing for Vulcan Park and Museum tickets. And today, UAB men's basketball head coach Andy Kennedy addressing the media following his recent contract extension. Now, under his extension, Kennedy will coach the Blazers through the 27-28 season, earning $7 million. Now, he's coming off an impressive season, leading the team to a program record of 27 wins. Carla?
All right, thank you, Sarah. And this morning we're looking at an alarming new study from the CDC from throughout the pandemic.
Drug overdose death rates jumping 30% between 2019 and 2020, but they increased 44% among black people, 39% among the American Indian and Alaskan Native population. White Americans, well, they saw an increase of 22% over that same time period.
A root cause of health disparities, continues to be a serious public health threat that directly affects the well-being of millions of Americans and, as a result, affects the health of our entire nation.
Officials say the increase in overdose deaths among black, Native American, and Alaskan Native people could be due in part to health inequalities like access to substance abuse treatments.
In our state, the Jefferson County Department of Health reports that overall overdose deaths increased from 236 in 2019 to 302 in 2020. That's nearly a 30% jump. The health department says that overdose deaths in the black community rose from 58 in 2019 to 112 in our area. That's an increase of more than 90%.
Well, for the first time since the start of the pandemic, an annual fundraiser back in person. Studio by the Tracks held its biggest fundraiser, Art from the Heart. It was held last night in Birmingham. The fundraiser for the studio, which gives artists with autism a place to show and sell their art. 60% of the cost of every piece sold went directly to those artists.
Events like this are vital to supporting our mission to be a studio and gallery space for adult artists with autism, to have a community, have a space where they can grow, have a space where they can have income and a job.
Well, the artists not only get to sell their work, they also meet other artists from across the world. You can find more info on this organization at studiobythetracks.org. I'm guessing that studio is by the tracks. That's just it. But
an easy way to remember the name.
Studio by the Tracks. There you go. My wife is getting into art a little. She's doing a little painting. She says, "I'm so terrible." I said, "Look, art, you could just put a blob down, right? And if the right person saw it, you'd be world famous." I told her to keep going, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Is she, usually people, especially when they pick it up later in life, aren't they just trying to relieve stress or some, it's kind of a, are you stressing her out?
Well, 38 years of marriage, she's painted a lot.
Well, can't wait to see some of her work. All right, you guys, we've got a few high clouds, as you can see on our Gadsden City Hall sky cam over the Coosa River, and we've got just a pretty morning out there. No real weather-related issues with some of the clouds around. We don't have a lot of fog. 73 in Gadsden with the sky cam I just showed you. 77 in Birmingham, 75 Coleman, 73 Haleyville, 75 in Tuscaloosa. Here's a look at our 3-minute advantage, and we don't have any rain showing up across the state. A few high clouds, as I mentioned, are coming in kind of off some storms to our north, or some showers to our north anyway, and so we'll have some of those around to kind of filter our sunshine at least for a few hours this morning, but those won't be around for too terribly long. 90 degrees by 1 o'clock this afternoon. Once we get into the peak heating of the day, we should climb into the low 90s. Near 90 at 5, and then some low 80s around 7 o'clock early this evening. 9 o'clock down to about 81, and then 11 we should be down to about 78. About a 40% chance for a few widely scattered showers or thunderstorms today. You can see some of those developing again with the peak heating of the day. Coverage not expected to be too terribly high, but maybe you'll be lucky enough to get a little bit of rain at your house. And then once we get into Tuesday, this is 11 a.m. on Tuesday, a few showers starting to develop, and again I think we'll have some widely scattered showers or thunderstorms, but rain chances not too terribly high over the next couple of days. 40% today, and then we'll drop it to about 30% Tuesday, 20% on Wednesday. And so because of those rain chances will be dropping, our heat will come up a little bit. Some low 90s today, closer to the mid 90s by Wednesday and Thursday. And then it looks like a little better chance for some showers and storms by the end of the week. Sarah?
All right, Steph, we have a couple of areas that we're keeping